Right now, we have a pretty big problem with GPUs. The market is absolutely flooded. Even other, tech channels like Gamers Nexus recently pointed this out, and it's true. I've been saying this for months, even years now. There are way too many GPUs on store shelves, online, anywhere that you look. Of course, prices have stayed high. That's part of the reason they're on the store shelves. People just aren't upgrading. After that initial rush of RTX 4000 when the 4090 came out, and people got their GPUs, their 4070s, everything kind of dropped off consistently across the entire gaming spectrum, not just for NVIDIA. Even AMD thought about dropping out recently, or at least there were rumors that they may not make like a high-end GPU to compete with NVIDIA, and they may, some places like MSI, for example, wasn't really producing that many AMD GPUs because they wanted to focus on NVIDIA GPUs. That's just because as, the tide goes down for everybody, everything is going to lower in terms of, people purchasing it. And something like AMD GPUs, which are already much lower than the NVIDIA, gamer share, if you will, it's going to go down even faster. And then there's something a little weird that may actually happen with the next generation. And now let's hear a word from our sponsor, VIP-CDKdeals.com, a Windows Pro CD key. Add to cart, you put in code CC20. This will also work on Windows 11. You want to go into your settings in Windows, change and adjust your CD key, click activate, and now let's go back to the video. AI is absolutely on every single new product. If it's good or not, every single new product is just slapping AI on the side and saying, oh, this is AI this or AI that. Let's take, for example, the RTX 4090. Do you know the new stuff that Microsoft announced, the Copilot Plus PCs? For example, the 4090 would not be able to do what those Copilot Plus PCs do. Stuff like recall and all of that stuff, because it's done on the Snapdragon Elite chip, for example. It has its own special little technology, just like NVIDIA has, stuff built into its GPUs, so it can do DLSS 3 with frame generation, and it can do, ray tracing better than other products on the market. It has, better tensor cores, CUDA cores, the whole laundry list of different things. What it's not going to have is whatever new AI cores, or whatever you want to call it, to be able to take advantage of some of this new technology until maybe RTX 50 series. Maybe that's a way NVIDIA gets people to buy GPUs. Maybe in the RTX 50 series GPUs, this is just, speculation, they could put in some type of proprietary technology or hardware that's going to be for so-called AI applications. I mean, NVIDIA has a lot of AI. From the best example, DLSS 3 with frame generation was basically at first only really supported on the RTX 40 series because it has the hardware to be able to manage DLSS 3 and everything else, while other GPUs didn't. So that's going to be something NVIDIA could repeat with RTX 50 series. This could mean that all the existing RTX 40 series may just not have that little extra, little hardware, whatever it is, to be able to do whatever's coming with AI. It's changing very, very quickly. And if something like a Microsoft Surface Pro with that Copilot Plus can do certain things, you're going to be missing out on a powerful gaming PC if the NVIDIA GPU doesn't have it. And then we have to assume that the new CPUs coming out from Intel and AMD, presumably those are going to have the same type of AI specific hardware as well that may take over some of the workloads and things like that. It's funny because the 4090 is so powerful that it can do, machine learning and different type of workstation uses, but it may need that specific hardware, whatever it is in the future, that maybe only another GPU can have. That's just a way for them to sell a new GPU and give people sort of the fear of missing out, if you will, if everybody's talking about AI. This is just my speculation about where it probably is going. Just like they already did it with the RTX 40 series with DLSS 3. If you wanted frame generation, you had to buy a new GPU, right? Or else you would just be stuck with everything else, if that was important to you. Of course, you can just ignore the new AI stuff if it's not useful to you, and your GPUs are going to game just fine. This is just probably going to be for whatever new technology comes out, but I'm pretty sure with the speed that AI is going, some stuff is going to come out. A lot of it's bound not to be too good, but there may be a couple things in there that are really good. And then obviously we'll see if it's worth upgrading a GPU for those type of things. But that's somewhere that the technology definitely is going. And And NVIDIA all has said that type of, DLSS and those type of like super resolution upscalers are going to be the future and not necessarily, native resolutions. So that's certainly something that is sort of in the zeitgeist with AI and everything happening. All right, guys, let me know what you think. Remember to subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video.